Hey everyone, it's Daisy here and welcome to my channel. Before we even get started, I want you to like this video, comment if you are a pursuing student nurse, if you are thinking about going into nursing, or if you just graduated nursing school. I want to say congratulations for all the new graduates. And I just wanted to make a video talking about my personal nursing journey and where I came from. I went from having a 1.7 GPA to becoming a nurse. So if you want to know how I did that and where that came from, and if it is possible for you, I want you to listen to this testimony and I want you to stay tuned for this video. So a little bit about myself. I have been a nurse now for about 5 years. I was not originally in nursing school when I first became a nurse. This was actually my second career field. I had a degree prior to this in psychology. I graduated by the skin of my teeth and got into nurses school. So when I first graduated from high school, the initial thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to be a PA. That was really what I wanted to do when I graduated school. I got into college. I went the first semester. My GPA was trash. It was like a 2.5. I was like, I wasn't going to class. I think I made all C's that semester. That's how it is your first semester in school. From going from, high school where you're kind of coddled to going into your first semester of college where now technically you're an adult. So you have to fend for yourself and you are responsible for yourself. That was a hard transition for me. So every semester I was in school, my grades would just get worse and worse and worse because I was spending the whole time not really grasping, oh, okay, I have to actually study in order to pass. So I was struggling to get from that point where, my first semester GPA was a 2.5. So I spent pretty much a majority of my school career trying to get my GPA up. But there were a couple of semesters where I just couldn't do it. There was one semester that I couldn't even tell you what happened, but I just remember I took 4 classes and I got 2 D's and 2 F's. So my GPA that semester was a 0.5. You're hearing that, right? My GPA was a 0.5. I don't even know if a GPA could get that low, but mine did. And I was academically dismissed. So I was academically dismissed 3 times for my first degree. It took me 7 years to graduate with a GPA of 1.7. And the last semester I managed to graduate with a GPA of 2.2. That was my graduating GPA. But at the point where I graduated, when I had that GPA that was a 0.5, my GPA was a 1.7. So I literally used 3 or 4 semesters to build my GPA back up to at least a 2.2 just so I could graduate from college. Like I said, it took me 7 years to graduate from college. Got academically dismissed 3 times. If this story sounds like yours, I want you to leave a comment below and say, yes, this is me. I was unfocused in college. I am unfocused in college. I don't know how I could get from point A to point B. I want you to know right now that it is possible. So when I finally graduated from my first degree, I took that time off, and I don't know about anybody else, but the question that I always hated when I was in nursing school, or not even in nursing school, after I graduated college was, oh my God, congratulations. Now what? That was like nails on a chalkboard for me. I was like, I don't know. Can I just bask in the fact that, I just graduated? Like, can I just chill on that first? But it was really because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't. The thought of me becoming a PA was now out the window because I couldn't get into the PA program. I couldn't get into any program. My GPA was just so low that I couldn't even get into the program that I wanted to. It wasn't until I was talking to one of my old coworkers. She knows who she is. And she said, Daisy, I'm going to nursing school. I found this program. I'm pretty much in a similar situation as you. This nursing program took me. I think they'll take you too. So I just was thinking about it, just kind of putting it on the back burner. I signed up for a class. I was like, I don't think I could do it, and withdrew out of the class. It wasn't until this summer, after I graduated college, that I was like, you know what, Daisy? What you can do is you can take these prereqs, look at the curriculum of the program, and see if you can even take some of these classes over. So the program that I enrolled into, they only needed 4 prereqs to get in. This program now, it's probably a lot different, but it just worked for me at that point in time. So the 4 classes that I needed to take were A&P. Never took that class before. I took statistics, I took psychology, and I took English. Now, I had taken statistics, English, and psychology before, C's and D's. Like I said, it was rough, that transition. That first year of college was rough for me. So I took those classes, and I made sure that I did as well as I could. My mind was focused. Once I knew that this was what I wanted to do, my mind was focused. I got all A's in those prereqs. I applied to 12 schools. 12. I got into one. And the one that I got into happened to be a associate's degree program. And I remember being on a site talking to my soon-to-be classmates about how worried we were. The curriculum was so intense, and they only accepted 32 people into the night program, and I had a 2-2. Like, how was I gonna get into the program? But I just made sure that I remained laser focused when it came to getting into the program. Because of the fact that I didn't get into the other 12 that I applied to.
Oh, we don't even look at people whose GPAs aren't 3.6 at least.
Okay, so those were out of my memory, but I just said, no, I'm gonna do this. This is for me. And the way things just opened up for me, it was almost like it was meant to be. So I had been working at a job, a day shift had just opened up miraculously. I got into the day shift position. I ended up getting into nursing school in a night shift or a night program. So I was working days and going to nursing school at night. It just pretty much worked out. And I remember when I received that nursing acceptance letter, I dropped to my knees. I was so excited. I was so hyped. I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm going to do it just because of the fact that things just worked out perfectly for me. And nursing school, it's not a walk in the park. It's not. It was very hard, very, very challenging for me. I think it was one of the worst, not even the worst. I think it was the hardest thing that I ever had to do. I wholly believe that when it comes to healthcare, or even any professional field, they literally break you down to build you back up. They have to change the way you think. So if you're going to school for IT, or if you're going to school for medicine, pharmacy, any kind of finance, and they have to literally make you rethink how you ever thought the world went. And that was what nursing school did for me. I was putting in hours on assignments where I would only get half a point for the for the grade. I don't think those teachers read it. My care plans were like 20 pages long. I don't think those teachers read it. But guess what? I knew what I was before and I knew what I wanted to be, and that was that focus. And that was pretty much what led me to graduating with honors with a 3.9 GPA from nursing school, because I was just focused. When you have that laser focus on where you want to be, nothing can stop you. So I'm here to tell you guys about my story and let you know that it is possible. All those teachers who said that you wouldn't make it into nursing school, don't listen to them. All those teachers who told you you would never be a nurse, don't listen to them. Right here, I'm telling you right now, it's possible. I've been a nurse for 5 years now. I love what I do. I do labor and delivery, and it was the best decision I could have ever made for myself. And I want you guys to have that same heart, that same desire, that same drive, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you work hard for something, you can do it. And that's all there is to it. I'm getting emotional. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted you to hear this testimony because I wanted you to hear that it is possible for you to get from one end of the spectrum where you weren't really doing that great in life, where you weren't really doing the best that you could do, and really just thrive. You're great. And that's all there is to it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.